What if I told you you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? Let's go. Let's get into it. Make sure everybody's set up. Today, we're going to be streaming across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, as well as TikTok. Like always, I thank you for joining. What if I told you, like real talk, what if I told you you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? A lot of people have been believing me, and so far, so I just over the weekend, I dropped my newsletter. It's called Hustling 25/8. And we're going to grow that baby to $1 million and we're going to do it in 12 months. So right now, if you're signed up into the newsletter, I want to give you real numbers. When I kicked this baby off, it was 1,300 and I think 23 subscribers that we picked up from last week, right? So 1,323. And then the minute I kicked that thing off, my subscriber list dropped. Like I lost to like 15, 20 people. And there's a reason for that, right? And we'll talk more and more about that. But when we're building this $1 million business, there's so many different things that we need to focus on. And last week what we got into is just setting the foundation for how we're going to grow this baby. I see you joining. I see the family keeps coming in. Thank you guys for joining across all these multiple channels. I see you. Oh, with that being said, I say this: drop your first name, where you're streaming from, or where you're seeing this content from. And that has just helped me understand like where my reach is, where I need to invest from a marketing standpoint. So when we begin to grow this baby to a true $1 million, we're going to need to invest money into the right platforms. So it's going to help me out a lot. And that's why I decided to stream across multiple platforms. Why not amplify your presence and your brand and give yourself an opportunity to reach the people who are interested in content like that? We're interested in going from here to here. So thank you guys for joining. As always, if you missed last week, you can go to my YouTube page or you can go to my LinkedIn page, and there's going to be all of those lives on there. They're only 30-minute segments. They're pre-recorded. So go check those out. And I think it's going to provide you great insight. Welcome TikTok family. Welcome Instagram family. I see you. Welcome LinkedIn family, my YouTube family, as always. Thank you guys for showing up each and every time. So we're going to be building $1 million business. This is episode 6, and we're going to start getting into the tactical plans for how we're going to do that. Today's focus happens to be around, what do we focus on today? Oh, content and the 80-20 rule. So we're going to talk about how to, well, not only just how to create your content, not specifically when to post your content, but the value of content, and then focusing on that 80-20 rule and how that leads to growth for yourself and your business, especially if you're a small entrepreneur, you got a small business and you're like, man, I don't want to get into creating content because that's not my thing. I get that. But I'm going to show you how to amplify your reach just by creating the right content specifically for you as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't share this and say this. If you have not joined the Hustling 25/8 newsletter, it just dropped over the weekend. Right now, the link is scrolling at the very, very bottom. You're going to see the QR code at the top right-hand side, or you can go to my link in the bio at any platform, and you can tap on that Blink account. And the first thing that's going to pop up is the newsletter. Make sure you sign up for that newsletter. I have 2 goals for that this year. We're going to get to $1 million in revenue, and we're going to meet 50,000 subscribers. That's the goal. You have to start somewhere with the goal. So that's the goal. $1 million and 50,000 subscribers. So I need your support on that. And the other thing I need your support at is if you continue to find value in this, or you know someone who's like-minded, just like you are, who's interested in growing their business from here to here, invite them to join as well. I can't do this without you, so I need your support. The bigger the audience to get, the more impact that we can make together, and then the faster we can help you get to growing your business the way you want to. Thank you. I see you, Instagram family. Keep popping in. TikTok family. I see you, family. Oh, and then Kiera, thank you. Happy to have you all the way from Charleston, where is he? Charlotte, South Carolina, right? South Carolina, Charlotte. That's where it is in South Carolina. Okay, welcome, family. Appreciate you having you. I see all the people right there on Instagram as well. So what are we doing? We're building $1 million business, and we're doing it in 12 months, and we're doing it publicly. Like I did this for a reason. I wanted to do this publicly, one, because it holds me accountable. When you do something in public, you can't shortcut anything. People will call you out. They're going to be like, no, you should have did that. You should have did that. And that's what I want, because I'm looking for that collaboration. There's going to be some missteps that I make along the way. There's going to be some things that I don't have insight or have understanding or can provide value to. And that's where you guys come in. You can be like, well, Patrick, listen, this is what I did for my business. You should try that. And that's what I do is I take it back, I implement it, play around with it, see how it worked for me. And then I get back and report to you guys on the outcome that it was able to come from that. But today it's episode 6. We're talking about the content batching and the 80-20 rule. Again, drop your first name, where you're streaming from, what platform you're streaming from. I'll just, make sure to shout you out, say hi. And then if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, make sure you subscribe. The link is floating at the bottom. There's also a link in my bio page. You can do that as well. And don't forget to invite people. So let's get into today's episode. Episode 6 is about the tactical plan, the content batch, and 80-20 rule. If you're on your phone or your computer today, I will be showing my screen for a little bit to take you kind of behind the scenes. And if this is your first time joining, and if you're looking for more of that, we're going to start doing more of that throughout the rest of the year. I will actually show you the newsletter. I would actually show you the tools and the systems that I'm using. I would actually show you the cadence. I would actually show you the messaging. I would actually show you the ad spin, the key pillars, the words, and then how to set up everything. So we're going to be getting into building $1 million business. We're going to do it in 12 months. We need 50,000 subscribers. I need your support on this. So please continue to support me. All right. I see you. Thank you, family. I see Robert Dunn tapped in from Instagram as well. So if you've never heard of the 80-20 rule, and most of us have, but you just haven't applied it lately for your particular business, you need to understand this. 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes, right? So 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes, meaning there's a small portion of the inputs that we generate is going to be the majority of the output that we create for ourselves, and is used to identify and focus on high impact activities for better efficiency in business, personal productivity, and life prioritizing for the vital few efforts that yield the biggest results. So I took that came off of Chrome, Google, whatever, one of those platforms. The gist of that is 80% of your efforts is going to come from 20% of the causes. So what we trying to do is we're trying to get you identifying what is that 20% that I need to do that's going to generate me 80% more business. And this is where your content kind of gets into this. MB, I say you, thank you for popping in on LinkedIn as well. My TikTok family, you guys keep rolling in. I kind of listen, I'm a new time user to TikTok. I've only been using TikTok for like 6 months now, and that family has been showing me tons of love. And I'm not throwing shade on anybody else because everybody else has been giving me tons of love too, but they're new to the family. So I see you, family. Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to share this with somebody else. So now we're getting into the content batching and the 80-20 rule, right? We want to begin to maximize our time, and we want to create efficiency for our business so we can reach the right people at the right time and have the biggest impact. So we want to focus on that 80-20 rule and then get into freeing up our time so we can do more. We can be a lot more creative. We can focus on the revenue generating activities that's going to drive our income from here to here. And right now, today, we got $0 in revenue in the business. Now, with that being said, if you go to the newsletter, you sign up for the newsletter, and you scroll to the very, very bottom of the landing page, there's also going to be a tracker in there. It shows you how many people have signed up for the newsletter. We're gonna update that on a daily basis. It shows you how much revenue we've driven into the business. If you're looking today, there's absolutely no dollars. And then it also shows you how much time is left in the year. And I think we have like 348 days until the year's over. So we don't have that much time to get to $1 million in revenue. This is where you're going to come into it as well. We're also going to be setting up some systems, some back-end processes. I'm going to be showing you everything to take you behind the scenes so you can also build your $1 million business with me as well. So keep having the names come in from the different platforms. Let me know where you're streaming from. It's going to help us tremendously as we invest time and resources, especially around ad spend. So consistency, listen, consistency isn't discipline, it's design. A lot of people think you need to be disciplined to be consistent. No, what you need to have is a system. We need to design that so we can become more consistent. Consistency is the byproduct of systems, not motivation. A lot of people think that, man, I need to be motivated to be consistent. No, you don't need to be motivated to be consistent. What you need is to have a system in place that makes it look like you're motivated. That's what we're trying to get to. We want our business to work for us, right? Even I don't care if you're a food truck owner and what you do is you're a chef by trade. This is for anybody. What I'm going to give you when I drop you the game, because you've seen a lot of creators, you've seen a lot of people put their videos on TikTok, Instagram, whatever the streaming platform it is, and they're talking, take you behind the scenes of their business, right? And then that thing blows up. It's because someone has learned how to effectively market their business or put themselves out there, which gives you an opportunity to not only be your best version, but give your audience and viewers an opportunity to see what you're about, so they can decide whether or not they want to support you or not, right? So this is what we're trying to get to: creating content that simplifies our lives, to drives business, to help us get to that $1 million in revenue as well. The chat boxes are open across all these various channels. So as you drop a comment, I'll try to work through this as I work through my talking points, and then hopefully I can answer your questions as well. I see you, TikTok. Thank you, family. I appreciate you. So most people think high output requires nonstop creativity. That's not the case, right? This is where systems come in. This episode is about really energy protection. If we can protect your energy, we can give you an opportunity to outperform everybody else that is burnt out over content. And we're not trying to be content creators. We want the content to create opportunities for us. You get that? A lot of people start out thinking, I need to create all this content, and then you feel like you're a content creator. No, what we're doing is we're creating content to create opportunity, right? So this is what today is about. What we do, how do we do that, and all that good stuff right here. So consistency isn't discipline, it's design. We need a system in place that keeps us going, where we can focus on those high impact activities that's going to drive revenue. Listen, if you're tired from content, you're doing it wrong. That means your system isn't working for you. If you wake up every day scratching your head thinking, man, what am I going to post today? How am I going to reach my target audience? You're doing it 100% wrong. So that's what this is for. How do we do it right? How do we reach, our ICP, which is your that's actually your key buyer, like who you're looking for, who your message is, who's going to buy from you, who's going to be your key client. That's what we're looking for, right? So thank you guys. I appreciate the comments as they keep coming in. You're spot on, Kira. Content creates opportunity. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to create the opportunity for ourselves. We're not trying to be a content creator. We're trying to create opportunities. And I'm going to show you how that compounds as well. So system scale, willpower doesn't. We want to create the system to help us scale, to get from here to here, get out of the willpower, get out of the thought process. I got to wake up every day and decide what the hell am I going to post. This is where batching your content actually makes sense. And we should probably do that the week of, before your content drops, right? So I want you to focus on frequency. Okay. And this is what we're going to focus on. You know what? Can I share my screen? And I don't know if I can share my screen with everybody, because I haven't figured all of this out. I'm screaming across so many different socials, but I do this. Pull up your calculator if you haven't, and do this. Let's just do the quick math. So let's say you're a business owner, right? Like most of us, or you're interested in building your side business, right? Your little side hustle, right? Or you're, that mid-level professional, and you're looking to create content to create awareness for yourself. We're trying to get visible. This is what you need to focus on right here. Here are the numbers. Here's the numbers. Let's start small, very, very small. We're only going to post 2 posts per week across your multiple channels. Let's at least do 2 channels, right? And for a lot of people, LinkedIn is going to be the big one, because it's already a built-in network of people who are looking to invest or buy from people like you, right? So if you don't have a LinkedIn account and you're a business owner and you're trying to amplify your brand, I would advise you to probably get one of those. That should be one of your places where you're going to draw that content. And then the other is whatever your favorite social is, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it happens to be. But let's do the math on this really, really quick. Let's do the math. I appreciate the comments as they keep coming in. Thank you, family. I see you across all the platforms. So let's do the math on it. Pull out your calculator. We're going to only drop 2 pieces of content per day for the next 30 days. So we do our math, quick math. 2 times 30 is 60. Now this is where the math is going to get complicated. We're going to do 60 pieces of content a month, right? So we do 60, right? 60 pieces. Now let's say your content, it only reaches, and generally content doesn't, unless you're a big time creator or influencer, your content really doesn't go anywhere. And the people that actually see your content is very small. But let's say we're posting 60 pieces of content, right? That's so with 2 times 30, but we do it on 2 channels, right? 2 platforms. So we got to multiply that 60 times 2. So 60 times 2, what are we going to get? We're going to get 120. So that's 120 pieces of content that's going to fly out in a 30-day period, right? Let's say 25 people on every single piece of content. And this is a modest number. 25 people actually see your content, right? So 120 pieces of content times 25, what are we going to get? We're going to get 3,000. So that's 3,000 impressions your content is actually getting, right? And that's 2 platforms. We decided LinkedIn and some other. Now, remember, you can amplify this even more if you have multiple platforms, but 2 pieces of content, 30 days, 120 pieces of content across 2 platforms, give you 3,000 impressions on the low end, right? Now let's multiply that. We're going to be consistent, extremely consistent. We're going to take that times, there's 12 months in a year, right? So 3,000 times 12 is going to give us what? We're going to go 36,000 impressions, 36,000 impressions, right? On 120 pieces of content across 2 platforms. That's 36,000 impressions, right? Now we're trying to find our RCP. This is our ideal customer profile. We want to be extremely consistent about creating pretty much around the same type of content, not always the same, but we want to stick in our lane, basically. We want to stay in our lane. And if we stay in our lane, our message is going to resonate with our ICP, which is your ideal customer profile, right? So we got 36,000 impressions focused on our ICP, right? We know we're not going to convert all of that. And now this math can get any deep. It can get deeper because it can compound. But we're not even talking about compound interest yet. But 36,000 impressions just for you. You did 2 pieces of content every single day for 30 days across 2 platforms. You have 36,000 impressions on the low end, on the very, very low end. That's only 25 people seeing your content on a daily basis, right? So you get 36,000 impressions. You don't have to be a content creator to drive the business that you're looking for. So with those 36,000 impressions, let's say 5%, just 5% of those people reach our ICPs. So 36,000, do the math with me, 36,000 times 5%. What are we going to get? We're going to get 1,800. So that means there's 1,800 people that these are your focused people that are interested in what you have to offer, your services through your content, right? This is free stuff that we're doing, 100% free. We're not paying any money for this. We're on the low end. We're only getting 25 impressions per piece of content. What this does, you post it 2 times a day across 2 platforms. We got 36,000 impressions, and 5% of those is actually your ICP. So this is your focused customers who want your services, what you have to buy. That's 1,800 people. Now, you don't have to be a strong salesperson to close a whole lot of people. Let's say we added that 5%, 1,800 people. We closed 10% business, just 10%, just 10%, right? 10%. We multiply that 1,800 times 10%. What do we get? 18 times 10%. Y'all doing the math with me? Or divided by 10%, whatever. Basically, you're going to get 180 customers. We're going to get 180 customers a year. 180 customers a year, only on posting 2 times on 2 different platforms, and you're only getting 25 impressions. You guys are following me, right? The math is mathing. So you're following that. Absolutely. The math is absolutely mathing. So now we have 180 customers off of 2 pieces of content that we posted every single day. Focus on our ICP. We're getting to $1 million, right? In this case, we got those 180 customers. What do we do for that? Let's say you're in a coaching business and your business, you charge each customer $1,500 a month to coach them. $1,500. There's so many coaches that are coaching so much more than that. In fact, this episode right here, man, would have been a $3,000 episode. I'm dropping it for free, and I'm doing this every single day. So do me a favor, sign up for the newsletter, share this with your friends, because I need a bigger audience, only because it's going to help me reach my goal. I'm not discrediting what you bring to the table. I'm trying to get to $1 million in revenue and 50,000 subscribers and do it in 12 months. So I need your brand. I need your influence. I need your impact. And I need you dropping your comments in the chat box, because it helps shape all the future episodes that is going to come along. And right now, I feel good about myself because I just did something. Like, I dropped the newsletter. I feel really, really good. But then on the flip side of it, I'm looking at like, I still don't have no money. Like, I haven't generated any revenue. So what am I doing today? I'm giving away free services. And sometimes as a business owner, as an influencer, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's trying to go from here to here in their career or in their business, you tend to give away some services for free, only because you're trying to amplify your visibility, your presence, and your brand authority. People need to know what you do. They need to know that you're consistent about doing exactly what you do. And then that's going to resonate with your ICP, which is your ideal customer profile. So let's get back to the math. We got 180 people, right? Off of 2 pieces of content that we did on a daily basis, right? So we take that 180 people, those 180 people. Let's do the math with me. We take that 180 people. You still with me? I see you, TikTok. Thank you, family. We're going to take that 180 people. You charge $1,500 a person. Times, let's go 1,500. You did the math. That's $270,000 focused on your ICP off of 2 pieces of content. You see what I'm saying? Let's not over confuse this thing right here, what we're doing, because we're trying to simplify exactly what we're doing. Hopefully, y'all let me know if y'all see the math. Drop something in the comments and say, Pat, I'm with you. I see you. I understand you. I'm feeling it. This makes sense. Let me know. Don't let me be talking to a freaking screen. I need family in the house to let me know you guys are live. Drop those comments right now. Are you following the math right now before we get even deeper? 2 pieces of content, 2 platforms for 30 days, 36,000 impressions. 5% of that is 1,800 people related to your ICP, right? Your ideal customer profile. You close 5% of those, that's 1,800 people. 1,800 people out of that 35%, they're interested in what you have to offer. You close 10%. That's 180 people a year. You're only charging $1,500. That's $270,000 a year. A little less than $300,000 a year from dropping 2 pieces of content. You see what I'm saying? Y'all with me? Let me know. I'll pause here and while I take a drink. Hi, everybody. I see you, TikTok family. Thank you, guys. Love you guys too, man. Real talk, real talk. Instagram family is finally showing up. I see you, family. All right, good. So we just took 2 pieces of content every single day, and we made $270,000 in 1 year off of 2 pieces of content. Now, what I'm doing is something different. Like, I'm not into coaching, even though I will be offering at some point. I will be offering some premier, like hand holding, really helping. Like I'm only going to be doing like 12 people a year, right? 12 people in a cohort at one given time. At some point, if you're interested in something like that, man, y'all can drop bank in the comments, BANK, bank in the comments if you're interested in like that one-on-one type thing. Because I'm putting that together right now. I'm designing that, what that coursework is looking like. And again, it's only going to be for 12 people because my job is to grow $1 million business. It's not to handhold or do any one-on-one coaching, even though I know there's some people out there that can actually benefit from it. So I'm only going to do 12 in the next cohort. You can drop bank in the chats, or you can slide in my DMs afterwards if you're going to be interested in something like that. And I'll decide what's all going to be included in that. But today we're focused on that content building. We're batching. So 2 pieces of content gave us $270,000 in revenue. Y'all let me know if you're making $270,000 right now from doing exactly this. Let me know in the comments if this is what you're doing. If you're making more than that, go ahead and drop your secrets into the chat box so other people can glean. They can learn from you as well. But we're just doing 2 pieces of content every day for 30 days. This is what happened. Let me share my screen really quick. Let me see if I can share my screen across everything. Can I? How can I do this? Because I got so many freaking screens open. Because I want to show you some of the what content batching kind of looks like in action. Let's see if I share my screen. I think I can do this. Patrick, you're smart enough to figure this baby out. Come on, baby. Let's figure this out. Okay. Let's go here. Is this screen sharing? Slides, video file, image. Yeah, let's share a screen. We're going to share the screen. Okay, y'all bear with me. We're going to share the whole entire screen so y'all can see everything. Is it going to show 2 screens or 1? That one. Let's share this screen right here. We're going to share that screen. So we got all these screens right here. Y'all let me know. You can raise a hand. That's going to be 2. Okay. I'm not sure how that shows up on your end, but on the left-hand side right here, you see my notes. We're going to pull those notes out of the way. So let's clear this up. And then right here on my screen, you should be seeing exactly what I see. I'm going to go to something really quick. And this is, listen, slide in. You can slide in my DMs, sign up for the newsletter. More insight is going to be coming in that newsletter as well. But what I'm going to show you here, and this is what you should probably think as well, is we want to simplify our work. So what I've been doing is training some agents to actually do something for me. And if you never heard that term before, these are AI agents. These are just agents who you train on your behalf, your business model, or the outcomes you're trying to do to help you get from here to here. So I've been training my agents, and I'm just going to high level show you that really, really quick. Move this out the way. Okay, yeah. So can y'all see my screen? Y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen because I'm going here. Let me know if you can see my screen. I got to go back and forth. Drop it in the comment box so you can see my screen. I'm gonna try to make this a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Okay, so these here are my AI agents. Okay, and I told you I was going to be showing you in real time. This is what I got. So I have when people tell you, and you see these content creators, you see influencers, or you see some of these small business owners, and then their cadence is spot on. You're like, man, they're so freaking consistent. It's because they built a system that helps with their consistency, right? And this is what we're doing. We're building that system. And for me, I'm training these agents. So when you hear people talking about, well, my team does this, what they're talking about is they probably train some agents like I am. So I have a whole team of people who's helping me out. I'm a solopreneur, but I got 12 different people who's helping me grow my business on the back end. And you can see these right here are all my agents that I'm training. And this particular agent right here, let's get to my social media agent right here. So my social media agent, I already have her working for me. Her name is Sochi. Say hi, Sochi. Everybody say hi, Sochi. I like her name. I'm not changing it. I love Sochi. Sochi works with me and I work with her. And here's my automations right here, right? So what Sochi did for me is, I prompted, put some prompts in there. I told her everything that I wanted to do. And then she started creating content for me, right? And then I can drop these into the days of the week. I can move this around and I can make my life so much easier. But what I did is I planned this on Sunday. Sunday, I talk about who I would like to reach, what is my messaging, and I want to stick to the type of content that I create. But what she does for me, and we're talking about content batching, did we approve that? No, okay. What you can see what Sochi is doing for me. Here's the thing that I put in our prompt. I was like, hey, I want a hook, I want context, I want the struggle that people go through, I want the lesson behind the messaging, right? And then I want a call to action. This is my format, right? And in my format has been working for me. This is my format. So now I have all this information in here and it's great. And I can just go ahead and sit here, schedule, decline. I can rework this, whatever I need to do. And the only thing I did is gave my AI a prompt on what I needed. You guys with me, right? Y'all with me? You can slide in the DM later. You can let me know if you like, well, what particular AI agent is this or what platform are you using? Y'all slide in the DM or put it in the chat box and I try to see if I can get back to you on this. I'm up against the time. I only have a few minutes. But my workflow here, and we're getting more and more into these workflows, but in this particular one, I like what I'm seeing, but I don't want my post to come from this platform. So I have another platform that I would take this post and put it into only because that platform allows me to be hands off when it comes to my DMs. From there, I can put this into the and schedule this to go out. And then once this go out, people reply to it, I can have an automatic DM set up for me. And you can just do that simply. And this is how you create your content. So remember, we do 2 pieces of content, 2 different platforms, 36,000 impressions, 5% of this, 1,800 people. Those 1,800 people, we close 10%. That's 180 customers a year. Added 180 customers, we charge $1,500. We just made $270,000 in 1 year off of 80 customers, and we're only dropping 2 pieces of content. So that's the gist is what I wanted to get at. Let me go back to this right here. Let me stop sharing that. Okay. Y'all let me know if y'all got comments. Let me know if I lost you in there. You truly understand this. And I'm going to pull this back up because I'm going to wrap this baby up and I'm going to close it out really quick. So I think you can understand at this point why batching actually makes sense. Batching is truly going to be the thing that's going to amplify not only your message, but that's going to keep you on point and that's going to keep you talking to your ICPs, which is your ideal customer profile. Now, today, again, I feel super excited. I dropped my newsletter over the weekend. Make sure to go in there, sign up for it ASAP. 2 goals, $1 million in revenue and 50,000 new subscribers. Right now, I don't have a good workflow set up in the newsletter, so it's not generating any money. We're going to go behind the scenes too. And how do we set that up? What are the talking points? What are the triggers? How do we take somebody from here to here? How do we get them to invest in this? All that needs to be part of our strategy. And as of today, we don't have it set up. So am I behind? Absolutely. But this is all designed to do this in real time to show you what real entrepreneur work looks like so you can get out of your fears and you can help hold me accountable for the outcomes. See me every single day at noon across all these different platforms, and we'll go from there. Listen, family, I'm loving the support. I'm loving the comments I'm getting after the fact as well. And then I'm loving the opportunity to already 2 people have hit me up, slid in my DMs, and they want to spotlight me or their podcast. Like, only thing I did was start creating content. Oh, I signed up for, man, I signed up for this very special, what do you call it? Anyway, it's a challenge. It could be a life changer. I'll have to reveal more for that later. But until then, next time, hey, let's connect again. Same time, same place. I see you, family. Thank you for your support. Talk to you soon. Let's get it.